Testing, hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, guys. Hey, it's me, Egg, I'm back. Hi, I'm so excited to see you. I have a lot of energy today. It's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have nothing better to do on this Saturday. So I'm making a video, or I guess I made the video, and now I'm just editing it. So I'm excited. I guess life update. I bought stuff. And that's fun. I bought some cool things. I bought a little orangutan, and I bought like a $200 Monster Hunter like figure. Don't ask why. You can ask why. It's so fucking awesome. Look, anyway, we're here to play some Destiny because I've been having a lot of fun playing Destiny recently. I know, fucking smite me. Ew, gross. But I wanted to do something. I had a little bit of an idea, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna see what happens. So today, I'm asking the question, can AI help me solo flawless a Destiny 2 dungeon? So I kind of fucking hate AI. I don't believe it belongs in any creative space, but what better way than to hate it than to see if it's terrible at playing the game I like? So with all that out of the way, let's just get into the bullshit that is putting a prompt into ChatGPT and seeing what it gives me. Okay, so normally I would just kind of let the footage play and like, oh, the stuff I said, it's so natural and so funny. I didn't say anything. I actually coughed and then typed for 3 minutes straight. So I guess I got to voice over everything. So look, what I did first was I asked ChatGPT what the easiest dungeon to solo was. And there were a lot of options. I think it said pretty consistently that Shattered Throne is the easiest, but I want to be so real. Shattered Throne is so boring. Shattered Throne is such a boring dungeon. I love it. It has a special place in my heart, but God, it's so boring. I wasn't really satisfied with it. I tried to ask it what the hardest would be, but I'd rather kill myself than do Ghost to the Deep. That sounds horrible. But eventually, after a little bit of typing, I did land my little peepers on Spire of the Watcher. You know, I like that dungeon, a little bit of an old rootin' tootin' cowboy western dungeon. I thought about it and I said, you know what, fine, let's do that one. It feels possible because I'm not that good at the game, but I think I could do that dungeon while also having to deal with what I hope is the bullshit that ChatGPT gives me. So, boom, Spire of the Watcher. And I'll give credit where credit is due. AI started off strong. It asked for everything that you saw. Solar Titan, Lorelei Splendor, Burning Maul with very specific fragments and aspects. It did, for some reason, think that there were going to be barrier champions in this dungeon, so it asked me to use Wish Ender, like a lot, like a fucking lot, and it was really, really annoying, but we gotta do what we gotta do. The weapons were kind of up in the air. It said something about like a fucking 1K sniper. I don't know. It was weird. For this first encounter, I used an incandescent energy weapon, Wish Ender, and then it wanted me to go Galahorn, but another option was a bait and switch Cataclysmic. So here we are, the Lorelei Splendor Solar Titan, and if there's one thing I can say about this entire challenge, I love Lorelei Splendor. I think I used to hate it because when it first came out it was really powerful, and in PvP it was annoying, but now I'm just like, holy shit, Lorelei Splendor is just so fucking good. I mean, it saved my ass too many times to count. But enough with my pointless yapping. Let's start moving into the challenge itself. We have our weapons, we have our class, we have our fucking fragments. Now let's get this shit done. So we'll speed through the first bit. The Cyclopses are very annoying. I don't know if they like updated them or something, but like those Cyclopses they don't miss. And it hurts every fucking time they shoot me. But opening bit is easy enough. You just gotta take the time to run around, shoot all the fucking nodes, and I like to do the little thing where you don't finish any of the nodes until the very end. That way you avoid spawning too many supplicants. It's pretty smart, I can't lie, but no problems here. Obviously, this opening bit doesn't require any specifics when it comes to loadouts, so we get through it, and we have to move to the most important part, which is the first encounter. I just wanted to step in and say the jumping puzzle wasn't even a puzzle. It's just jumping between a couple of platforms was so fucking scary for me. All right, I got to admit it. I am not a Titan player. I like to play Titans every once in a while. You know, they go hard. The Titans are really good this season too, but like I just don't like Titan jump that much. I am of the firm belief that the Titan jump is the worst jump in the game. And I mean, feel free to tell me I'm wrong in the comments, but Titan Jump is bottom of the barrel. And I think Warlock is number 1 and Hunter's right in the middle. That's my opinion. But just doing this little bit was so scary because something about having to do that first part again and dodging all of those Cyclopses made me want to just like hang myself with my own foreskin. It was wild. But we made it through. We got all the way through. We made it all the way to the boss. I said, fuck you to that stupid Hydro, and I got up there. And now it's time to do the first encounter. So let's just address the elephant in the room. The first encounter of Spire the Watchers is really easy. You run around, and I've done this dungeon enough times. I know where all of the nodes are. I don't have to spend time looking for them. I know the patterns. You follow the yellow ropes or whatever, and you just fill it out. So not a lot to say here, really. We are using the exact same loadout that it asked for us to use at the beginning because it was the same thing. And we run around in funny little circles and we shoot the nodes because we're old rootin' tootin' cowboys, and we complete each level one by one by one. I think some of those Minotaurs were kind of annoying, especially with those Hydras too. There are moments where I was like, ooh, they're gonna kill me, but that was kind of it. I never really did much. Just kind of ran around, shot stuff when I had to, re-up the buff when I needed to, and all in all, this encounter only took me like, what, 2-3 minutes? I'm not giving ChatGPT, I guess I have to give them a point for this. So they made a good loadout because the solar sunspots were real neato, and the Lordly Splendor, the restoration, was good for keeping me alive when I fucked up. So technically, despite me wanting to, ChatGPT gets a point for this first encounter. We did it first try, very successfully, and no deaths, no complications or anything. The loadout was good, so yeah, I guess ChatGPT gets a point for this one. GG's ChatGPT. Look, I just want to make it clear, I don't want ChatGPT to win. I think it's stupid. And I hope they do terrible. I hope I suffer for the sake of us being able to point at AI and go, yeah, fuck you, dumb fuck. But with that out of the way, we are now done with the first encounter. Looking pretty good. Hopefully we don't have to come back and do this again. Cowboy hat! I'm a cowboy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are a cowboy. Yeah, motherfuckers. Okay, what's the language? Well,
welcome to the Wild Wild West.
Okay, yes, I get it.
This one is a little fitting.
We're on to Encounter 2, and this is where things get fucking miserable. They get This is the beginning of the hell that I had to live through. So buckle up for this one.
Load out to solo flawless. The second encounter of Spire of the Watcher. Enter. Oh, defend the central core, activating power nodes in the central core. There's tons of effects at once. It does not have barrier champions. Oh, this is just wrong. Okay, Solar Sunbreaker. You want Burning Maul? You want Burning Maul? Fuck me, dude. I already have all that stuff. Okay. Yay! Wish Ender! The Callus Mini Tool. Okay, so double primary. No, you're kidding me. Is there no... And I don't get to use fucking Cataclysmic? Great. Fucking great! This is gonna be like a 90 phase. I'm like putting money on it. This is gonna be a goddamn... Oh, lordy. This encounter was fucking horrible. Alright, ChatGPT thought that for some reason, if I'm solo flawlessing, I should use Galahorn. But since I can't, because the only thing it would let me use for my primary was Wish Ender, so it was like, just use a rocket launcher. Just use a rocket launcher on the boss that you have to shoot the fucking eyes of, and dude, it was not good. I started with an incandescent, that same scout rifle, but eventually I remember that, I gotta shoot those eyes, so I switched. I desperately searched for a fucking BXR battler, because I don't have a Callus Mini Tool, and here we are. All right, the beginnings of this was not too bad. Again, the one thing I'll give credit to is Laurely Splendor, Solar Titan is good. I was able to survive very consistently, and there were multiple scenarios where I should have been dead, but Laurely Splendor saved my ass. Other than that, I basically have nothing. Not even my super is good for damage, because I'm using goddamn Burning Mo. I can't hit this motherfucker. It was rough. It was rough. So rough. I'm gonna shut up in a second here, and I just want you to see how bad this damage phase was, because it was me desperately trying as hard as I could. You know, maybe there's a way to make it better. You know, maybe I could really super lock in, but I was scared, and this was all I could do.
Here we go. Stop shooting me, guy. Stop shooting me, random motherfucker. There's no way.
Do you see that shrimp's dick of HP? Look, I know. I am fully aware. I missed 2 of my rockets. But let's be so honest. If I landed 2 extra rockets, would it really be that much more damage? No. It'd be barely any more. I mean, we'd still be looking at what, like a fucking 15 to 20 phase? Oh, it was the most demoralizing moment of my life, but I didn't know what else to do except keep fucking going, and I hoped down at the bottom of my heart, I was like, okay, no, it'll be fine. I'll lock in for the next damage phase, maybe I'll throw a super at him, we'll see what happens. Here's the second damage phase.
That's terrible. Like, that's horrible. How many damage phases is that gonna be?
I was fighting for my life. I got to a 3rd damage phase, another damage phase, no deaths. I was doing perfectly fine. I was trying so hard. I mean, look at how, look, I go shoot, I activate bait and switch, that's 2 rockets, I reload, dodge the hole, shoot again, throw my hammer for radiant, and then I shoot another rocket, and then and I'm just like, oh, just keep hitting him, just keep damaging him, just deal damage, oh my god. Do you see that little chunk? That's all. 3 damage phases. At least 11 rockets. That's all I get. And so you know what, I cracked. Like the little shitty egg I am, I cracked. I said, fuck you, AI. You're dumb. And so I reached past what it recommended me to use for this encounter, and I looked back at the last encounter, the encounter where my heavy weapon didn't matter at all, didn't use it even once. I looked at that encounter and I said, all right, I'm pulling out the Cataclysmic. This is still equally as miserable, and if I've made it this fucking far, oh, I'm gonna get through that bitch. So I put that motherfucker on. Oh, hell yeah, I put it on. And you know what? It was still pretty miserable.
For so much longer. God damn it. Okay. This is infinitely more difficult.
And do what I did. I did it exactly 4 more times. Yes. 4 more times until I got to that very final little, shrimp's dick of HP that was left. Jesus Christ, man. This took me 8 damage phases. 8. Imagine if I was using the fucking rocket launcher the whole time. God damn it. Dude, I hate it here, all right? But I also love it because go fuck yourself, ChatGPT. In what world does any normal human being use a normal bait-and-switch rocket launcher to complete this fucking encounter by themselves? Fuck you. I hate you.
You freak fuck! God damn it. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, the fans. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna play it so ungodly. I'll be a little honest. At this point, I was just really nervous and excited to maybe solo flawless this fucking dungeon, which, by the way, this was the first attempt. This is still the very first attempt going into this. That last encounter, that first boss, took almost an hour to do of just running around and shooting nodes. So I didn't really want to do that again. So I put on Mountaintop and I put on a sword to just be really, really safe because ads, schmads, whatever. I do not want to fucking die to those goddamn fans. And I was hoping that the sword would protect me. Yeah, no, my asshole was clenched every time I dropped down through those fans. And I was safe. I was so fucking mortified of losing the solo flawless to a goddamn fan blade. So getting past that made me very happy. And now all that's left is the final fucking boss, which for the longest time I have been mortified of. Every time I do this fucking dungeon, I'm like, wow, a solo flawless would be terrible. But let's see if ChatGPT can save us here. Please! Super doable so fast time with the right plan. Okay. Loreley Splendor, we're already on that. Great. Solar grenades, throwing hammers, towering barricade. Got all this stuff. Load out. I can't! Okay. Wish Hinder. Like, fucking incandescent. And then a rocket launcher. Does it have to be Burning Maul? Oh. Solar Sunbreaker! Oh, I likey. Okay. Alright. Back to fucking Wish Ender. We're on this bad boy. And here we go! The final boss. Percy Jackson? I don't fucking know. Wyverns, man, wyverns. For me, the most important part of doing this was killing the 2 Hydras as quickly as possible so those fucking doors would open. Because the moment you can use that little back room at the beginning here for safety, it becomes so much easier. So this first little bit is so much harder than all the other ones. Don't ask why I was playing so aggressive there. Yeah, ChatGPT, look. It knows what it thinks works. Really likes Loreley Splendor. Really likes rocket launchers. But at the very least, rocket launchers are much better here, in my opinion, than they are in that last boss fight. So I had a lot more faith using my Apex Predator this time. I think we might actually be able to stay true to the loadout. I mean, if it fucking told me to use a goddamn Cataclysmic on this one, I would have screamed. But, dude, okay. The thing saving me in this entire challenge was the fact that 1, Solar Titan is still really good, and 2, that this dungeon, the mechanics are not that hard. I could do those mechanics on repeat over and over again with little to no problem, and so it all just became an endurance test. It was just don't die, which was pretty easy other than the fucking supplicants, and also there were so many times where I just forgot where the boss was, so he scared me a few times, or I kind of got lost and didn't remember where the nodes were. So all in all, thank God this dungeon is not Ghost of the fucking Deep. So
We really just gotta try. And the first damage phase, it happened. It happened, that's for sure.
Ooh, okay. Safe and slow, very safe, very slow. Yeah, no, again, in true egg fashion, I completely fucked up that first damage phase. I just kind of stopped shooting when I had plenty of time to continue shooting and didn't have my super, just really all around not the best. But still, for some reason, even though the fact that I would say that this boss is harder than the last one and the ads here are more annoying, I had so much more confidence. Something about just like the rocket launcher and not being on Burning Mall brought me a little bit of joy. I was looking forward, not looking forward, but I had faith that I would be able to do this no matter how many damage phases it took me. And, you know, it wasn't 2. I'll give you that. It was not 2 damage phases. But the second damage phase went much better. I feel like I fired more rockets, I actually had my super, and motherfuckers, it felt like Sunbreaker was goddamn cooking. I mean, if I landed the right shots and just threw it at his fucking feet with the sunspots and the explosions, it not only kept me alive, but it felt like it just was such a massive core of my damage. You know, reloading, basically got to dump the whole super on him. It was good. It was very, very good. And I don't know, I was riding a high at this point. I mean, this was finally feeling doable. Look at the 2 fucking damage phases. The amount of damage I did in 2 phases compared to last time. I did 3, and it was probably less than half of that. So, holy shit, I can do this. No need to change the loadout, no need to do anything fancy or funny. I just have to endure the hell that is fighting an invincible wyvern. How bad could it be, you know? And while we just watch the damage phases roll by, I want to just talk about what this whole thing is about. You know, AI. Deep down in my heart, I'm not a big fan of AI. I don't think it belongs in any creative spaces. I feel like why should we ever take the human aspects and the human vision out of art? Like, that's the entire point of it. So I am quite happy that at least in my mind, on that first boss encounter, it failed, and that this was pretty fucking rough. You know, could I have done better? Maybe. I feel like if I was able to switch exotics and switch weapons, that this would have gone a lot smoother. You know, Pyro Gales would have made this a lot nicer, would have given me a lot more extra damage. Maybe using any other heavy would have been nice too, if I got to use fusion rifles, this and that. So I'm happy that this is misery-inducing for me, because it means that there is still a form of human expression in creativity. Now, was this video creative at all? No. I plugged a prompt into a video. If anything, I'm the problem. I used AI to make a YouTube video. But, I had fun. I also hope you've been counting just how many damage phases we've been on. This is damage phase number 6. Yep, 6 damage phases. And obviously, in true egg fashion, I miss every single fucking rocket whenever I get the opportunity to, but wow. This was a absolute test of my endurance, and it was rough. Oh, it was very, very tough the entire time. Again, because I really wanted to do this, and the thought of losing on the final boss, I was like, I'm never gonna try and solo flawless this again. I would literally just draft this video idea and just put the footage in a folder where it would never be used. So I was really, really wanting to get this shit done, and well, just watch me throw hammers at this motherfucker until his skull caves in and melts like the little fucking blueberry bitch he is. So I'll shut up and you can watch the final damage phase that's coming up. Yeah, fuck you! Oh my god, 2 hats? I couldn't be happier. I got 2 fucking hats. Holy shit. Now I got 3 hats. Jesus Christ. Fuck you, dude. Who uses just a rocket launcher? Okay. Technically, it didn't work. There was no way I would have been able to fucking endure the hell that would have been that second boss using a goddamn rocket launcher, but we got to the end. It technically worked. I mean, if this should tell us anything, it's that it's just a fucking not this dungeon. Solar Titan is very, very good. That's all this tells me. Is that Solar Titan is very, very good. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers! Hell yeah, baby! Yay! Guys, now I get to actually make the video. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna make it tomorrow, though. I'm so... That was bad. Oh, my lord. Okay. Bye-bye. I'm editing Egg. We'll be talking soon. So there we are. A nice little roller coaster of emotions. So... yes, we can answer the question. Can AI allow you to solo flawless a dungeon? Yeah. I would not do it, though. It seems like the AI is working off of some pretty old information, seeing as though it really wanted me to use, like, Wish Ender and Galahorn all the time, like nothing else was viable. So it's not really hip and up with the times. I was running double primary, I think, for the entirety of that dungeon, which, again, not the play, not the vibe in the slightest. But that puts me at peace, because I'm glad that the game is not so easy that AI can just tell you how to do everything. That, yes, it does take a little bit of skill and a little bit of effort to complete something like that. So, I don't know. I'm running out of things to say. The video is almost over. Trust me on this one. I'm gonna end it soon. What do I gotta ask more questions? I don't know, if you like this video, if you like this type of content, please feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. It means a lot if you do. It encourages me to make more videos like this. I'm just a fucking loser with so much time on his hands. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. I wouldn't even call it an experiment. Just this little thing I did. It was weird. It was fun, though. And I did it. I solo flawless the dungeon. Yippee, yippee. Okay. Yeah, no, that's all I got. You guys have a wonderful day. I hope I see you on the moon in the next 37 years. And if you see me first, stab me in the heart and then spit in my eyes. Yeah, that would mean a lot to me. So, bye-bye. Bye. Egg, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Maybe if I like walk away from my microphone, I go bye.